Hey guys, how's it going? Llamas22 here. Today we're back with Hermitlite starting Season 3. I'm so excited for this, honestly. As you can see, I am surrounded by a bunch of people. We are in the main shopping district area, where, by the way, I am a steward. More information later. And we're all coming together to hear a few words from Zane and the other admins before we start our Season 3 adventure. So right now they're just talking about the rules and other stuff, boring, snooze, yada yada yada, no griefing, try to be in voice calls a lot, especially for content creators like us. After all of that, the people in the content creator village, which include about 15 of us actually, we traveled in the 4 cardinal directions trying to look for a plains biome. This season, we decided to start in a plains biome, and we couldn't get the seed or access to the world map, which in my opinion makes it a whole lot better, because last season we just looked everything up and the whole thing kind of fell apart pretty fast. So this season everything's a lot more constructed together, and I think it's kind of because we were able to build teamwork, bonding, and stuff. But I don't know, that's just my opinion, so don't quote me on that. But we did end up finding one. I forget who found it, but we found one. And so now we're all basing together. And it was really funny. I'll show some clips of this. But we all started out with the same exact looking base. We had a couple of chests, a crafting table, and a furnace. And all of us had a staircase or ladder down to the mines. So it was really funny how that all worked out. And later we had a couple of shenanigans, and I'll roll that clip right now, or actually multiple clips. First one was, I tried to, very on in the start of the season, I tried to impale Mars on a stalactite, and it backfired. I actually fell in myself. Right here. You see me on the tree?
I see it now.
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't exactly sure how 1.17 mechanics worked yet, as far as double carpeting. So, like standing on a double carpet. Oh, no, 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 no. Get back there.
I'm not falling for your games.
You didn't have to fall for my games, just on the dripstone.
It's dripstone? Okay.
Oh. Well, there goes my, no deaths thing. I wanted to see how much damage it did. And then after that, I did a couple more stalactite shenanigans. So I went to Mars's mine, and this is probably like 6 hours later, and I stuck a stalactite in the bottom of his water chute. So when he jumps down, he'll land on the stalactite, and we can laugh. So I did that. Mars actually wasn't there, and I think it was Blue-Haired Freak who, or maybe it was Tunes. Either way, one of them fell down multiple times into the hole, and that was also very fun. And then, just to top it all off, I dropped an anvil on him. So, yeah, lots of shenanigans.
Sure. Oh my god! I can't believe I fell.
You are so gullible.
Aside from shenanigans, we did some really cool things in our first episode. So the next thing that we did, or that I did, was mainly just mine. Mars and a couple of other people set up a villager trading hall and breeder and iron farm and stuff like that. And while they were doing that, I made a moss farm. So I was able to get moss, bone meal, and it was very good, since that is going to be something that we are going to be selling this season. I've decided to make a shop with Yonder, Nathan, and who's that other guy? Oh yeah, myself. So we got ourselves a bone meal farm. So it allows us to mass produce pretty much anything that requires bone meal. And then I got to work chopping down a bunch of spruce trees because apparently they sell really well. I'm recording this like 3 days later, and somebody's already bought around 40 diamonds worth of logs. And each log is sold a stack for a diamond, which is actually a really good price starting out this season. And so I've decided to build a shop. We were going to name it the Nuclear Cow, and it was going to be a giant cow, but sadly we weren't able to find a jungle biome anywhere in the server. We asked everyone, and nobody found one. So we weren't able to make any big cows because we didn't have any brown concrete. So instead of that, we went back to our plan B and made this shop, which you can see on your screen right now. And I actually really like this build. I made a couple of terraformed trees and stuff. It's not complete yet. We bought a couple more plots around it later. And yeah, I haven't gotten to terraform those yet as of when I'm doing this voiceover. But nonetheless, I really like it. And this is the kind of style that we're going to go for. Of course, later, probably in a month or so, we will be expanding the shop quite a bit. And that is why we got so much extra space. Because right now it's going to be all terraformed out. But in a month or so, we're going to make it into a really cool build. And I'm not going to give too much details on that. You'll have to wait for a future episode. Maybe you should watch all of the future episodes. Next, after selling a bunch of stuff, I decided to work a little bit on just kind of stuff around the village. So I was doing some trading and just kind of hanging out with everyone, getting to know some of the newer members, and it was really fun. And then I decided to kind of just nether portal around, build random nether portals, and just see where they go. And I went into a swamp biome for one of them, and I got myself some lily pads. So next episode we're going to be making a little mini game with them, and not too much information on that yet, of course, because like I said, you're going to have to wait for a future episode, and you're going to have to like and subscribe, and when you subscribe, then you'll get featured videos and stuff from me, which is very cool. So that's about it. Honestly, not too much else happened day one, and this, by the way, is just day one from my perspective. So my next episode will be more of a structured format, like I'll be doing this, this, and this today. This one, I have so much footage from it because I was streaming for 6 hours, and my voice is still recovering from that. So this one's more of just a recap of everything that went on, and if you want to see everything, literally everything that went on, go watch those 6 hours of live stream footage, if you so desire. But that's going to wrap it up for me for this really tiny episode of Hermitlite. I'm really looking forward to the season and all that it's going to offer. And we'll see you next episode. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and most importantly, comment your favorite chocolate bar. That's it from me. So, see you all later!
Join everybody else in whatever you do. Ours, lead by example.
I'm a gamer. Make sure you go with me west.
T-1. Oh, Llama Gamer isn't whitelisted? I'll just try it again there. Llama says he's whitelisted.
Wait, I just realized. Plum took the format of my skin. Made it orange. Look. Look at me. You took the format of my skin and made it orange.
Meryl.
Hey Meryl, did you make that skin yourself, or did you get it off like a Planet Minecraft site?
Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird.
I got graphite.
Hey, happy to join the group over there?
Yeah, I wanted to put the little like front pouch on the hoodie on,
Big boy, get over here.
but then I got lazy.
Okay. I think everyone, a few people will probably be logging in as we go, but it is 6, so I'm gonna get started. All right, guys. Wandering, get back over with the group. Get over there. All
Kevin,
right,
are
guys.
you in the
Welcome
voice call?
to season. You want to pull your mic so I don't double hear myself for a hot minute? Thanks, Bert. Thank you.
Kevin, shh.
Okay, welcome to season 3. Hope you're all as excited as we are for an awesome season. Obviously, some changes to this season from last season. Big ones being we're on a 9-month season, and there's officially posted end dates and everything, so there shouldn't be any confusion or anything weird. The website tells you when the season's going to end, so when that date comes around, that's going to be game over for season 3, and we'll take a little bit of a break and go on to season 4. We have plans for the 118 rollout; those are all set in. One of those being world border is uh, only 10,000 chunks, 10,000 to start, and then we'll expand it out to 15,000 when 1.18 comes out, along with a whole bunch of other cool stuff to make sure the 118 transition is seamless and no one will lose anything. Nathan, if you can hear me, go ahead and join the group. Uh, in addition, 5 shopping districts. Some of you probably read it, saw it in some of the previews and things. Up on the Nether Hub roof, there is portals to the other districts that are labeled for. They are themed. So the main island here, you can build in any style you like, but in the other shopping districts, they are build themed. So you have to build within the specific theme, whether it's sci-fi or medieval or whatever the district may be. You purchase plots the same way you would for the main island. Just when you label your diamonds, label it with if you're building it on one of the side islands. Like so, you'd put your name, the name of the shop, and like medieval if you're building it on a medieval parcel. So that way the stewards can check them. We've had some staff changes. I'd like to welcome all the new staff. I'm not going to list everybody by name. You guys know who's changed up and have seen it on the Discord. So I'm not going to take the time to go over all the new staff names, but show these guys a lot of respect. Staff works really hard to give you guys a great server to play on. Take out of their personal time. It's all volunteer, even up to us admins. No one gets paid to do this. We just do it all for you guys to have a cool place to play. So please be respectful of the admins and we've worked hard to add to the maturity level of the server, and being disrespectful or toxic or a jerk in general is now a bannable level offense. So, treat the staff with respect, treat each other with respect, because we're building a community and we want good players on here. So toxicity, it's cool and it'll get you gone real quick if you don't fit in with the group and don't try to be cool. Um, let's see, what else do I have to go over? Um, yeah, Dragon, super important. So for the new players who aren't used to the way Hermitlite runs, the first Dragon kill is always a major event for the server. It's our first big server event. We usually do it about 1 week in. As of tomorrow, the Dragon event will begin, and I'll post a thing in Discord about exactly what you need to do for the start of the Dragon event. We have a thing on the Nether Hub roof for the Dragon event to get started. So do not go um, find this whatever the hell that damn place is called. Stronghold. The Stronghold. Don't go find the Stronghold, and don't go uh, summoning a dragon and killing it because we'll get really grumpy at you. It's not good. So first dragon kill is a group thing for you new players. It's always a super fun event. It's probably one of the highlights of the season. And then new changes to the Nether Hub roof. I'm sure you've read, but your portals do need to link into the Nether Hub. Now there is a big kind of circle area. So here's a good rule of thumb: if your base is too close, if you summon your Nether portal and it appears in the not near a tunnel, but it appears in the big circle area on the Nether Hub roof, you are too close to spawn, and you shouldn't be there. So you're going to need to move your base because your portal should not spawn in the roof section. With everyone, staff is allowed to help you get your roof portals set up, so you don't have to worry about like sneaking through bedrock or whatever. As soon as you're setting up your portal, if you need help getting your roof one set up, just submit a ticket that you need your roof portal set up, and a member of staff will get to you, or you can just ask in general chat, like, hey, if a staff member has time, I'm trying to set up my portal. If someone can get to me, that would be great, and we will get to you in short order. Don't hound us about it, obviously. Just like anything, just mention you need help, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. And I think that's all I have to babble about. So I am going to hand it off to Best, who will then hand it off to Plum, who'll then hand it back to me, and then I'll eventually let you leave. Okay, I'm going to shut up now.
The only thing I would add is the roof. That's kind of my obsessive area, just because this will be the first season it's been this organized. If you haven't read the rules, which you should have, or if you need a refresher, the roof hub rules are a lot different this season than they've been in the past. Um, aside from everything Zane just said, just remember if you can't label and build the road from your portal to the main hub roads, then don't build your portal. Because if you don't build the road from your portal to the main roads and you don't label everything that it's your base or your area and what it is, then it gets taken down. So that's my big thing this season, is just making sure that the roof is organized this time and people can find each other.
Just adding on to that, also spawn proofing.
Oh yes. Yep.
I myself spent days spawn proofing last season. I don't want to do that again. Please. Just slab all your portals and stuff like that. It's really not that hard. Anything else?
That was my biggest thing, is just the roof hub. Other than that, everyone have an awesome time. It'll be cool. Do you have anything else you want to say, Plum?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So, yeah. So same. I'm gonna say the same thing I did last season. Guys, use the Discord. You've got a huge community here. Talk to each other. And second is everyone plays at different levels and stuff, so don't be disencouraged or whatever if the guy next to you basing or whatever is, he's got a way bigger base than you in week one. Everyone plays at their own pace. It's not a competition, just have fun with it.
That is a very good point.
But on that note, also push your building limits, we look forward to flying around and seeing all these crazy builds. So push your limits, build massive farms. That's it.
All right. So, kind of what Plum said, for those of you who are new, as far as redstone and contraptions and buildings, feel free to push the limits. Worst case scenario, if you build something that does break the server or is too crazy, you'll just be asked to tone it down. But that said, if you're doing redstone machines, work on lag proofing. Just doing those things make it a better experience for everybody. But I do like when you guys try to push the server hardware just to see how much the server can handle. Because the more we push it, the more I can go to the owners and say, hey, we need a hardware upgrade to support the server and what the server needs, or the server's still good. So it just gives me feedback to give the owners, to where if we're running solid or we're not. So far, very few things have broke the server, mostly silly things like boat launchers. Um, so, as far as actual people being able to, produce crazy farms, there's been like one Guardian farm slowed the server way down, and one thing that was just silly. Um, so have fun, push your build limits, push your abilities. Speaking on lag, so the one major thing between last season and this season, because of the way they changed the spawning algorithm for 1.18. If you guys don't know, chunks have uh, multiple statuses now. There's seen, visited, or an unseen altogether. So a seen chunk is anyone that you've loaded but you actually haven't physically been in, and an unloaded chunk is obviously one that hasn't even been loaded at all. And then a visited chunk is anyone a player has physically entered and edited. So when 1.18 rolls out, they're doing a blended method. So once any chunks that are in the unseen or seen or unloaded state will morph when 1.8 comes out. Anyone that has the visited state does not get affected. So, what that means is you can see chunks on the horizon and they don't change. But what that means is we weren't able to preload the server like we did last season, because the way that works is just teleports a player around and makes them do a 360-degree spin. And technically, every chunk at that point would have gained the visited state, and that means all of the chunks for the whole 10,000 square block world border would be in the visited state and wouldn't meld when 1.18 comes out. So we could not preload chunks this season. So what that means is probably for the first, I would say about week, we're probably going to see some TPS drops a little more than normal. So just understand the first week's probably going to be slightly laggy, and what might have a little bit more lag than we did in last season. This is going to probably be a season 3 only issue, because we know we have another big rollout coming in the middle of a season. Hopefully, um, they'll hopefully Mojang will get better about uh, about the way they roll patches out in further seasons, to where we can preload our servers and things like that. They are kind of listening to feedback runners, so we're hoping they get better at that. So just bear with that lag. Understand it's going to be there for a little bit, and a little laggier than usual in the start of a season. And with that, get the hell out of here. Go explore, set up your bases, do crazy shit, have fun.
Let's go.
Fine, I'll
Thanks,
go.
Thanks,
I'm
Dave.
out of here. Alright,
Guys,
Promise, promise.
Alright.
You wanna
so
Here we
guys,
go.
guys, there's boats and bread
Oh.
down here. If
Yep.
you